Get to the root of lust, the root of the reason why I'm lustful. Lust, by definition, is just an overbearing desire for something. There's nothing wrong with desiring sex. There's nothing wrong with desiring companionship. There's nothing wrong with desiring things. These are things God made. The human flesh oftentimes floods in it different feelings to make it more heightened, make it overbearing to where you need it. You need it for sustainability. You need it for help, right? Anytime you need something, that thing can be used to pervert you, right? And so to help you overcome lust, you have to look deeper into lust, look beyond the lust, and see what's rooted in you. Why are you lustful? Why do you have an overbearing desire for whatever? That lust is being used as a tool to get you to feel a temporary moment of satisfaction. You have to better understand lust. You have to say, okay, what is lust in its ultimate sense? What is it designed to do? Next, you got to develop systems around you to aid you in overcoming that lust. And last but not least, you got to totally remove lustful opportunities, right? But last but not least, you got to change the way you think about yourself. Usually those who are gripped into lust don't even know who they are in God, right? And lust is just desires overdone. They're overbearing. They're overbearing because you're bearing something that you shouldn't even be carrying. That's something you should have already casted over to God. What is the root reason? Is it because of unforgiveness? Is it because someone offended you? Is it because you've been touched or whatever? Whatever it is, you have to deal with the root issue if you want to deal with the fruit issue. Because if you want the fruit to change, which is lust, you got to deal with the root of it and uproot it. Here's a great book that will help you with that. Soul Ties and Strongholds. The book, The Purpose of Freedom, will be a great resource to help you get deeper into that and overcoming that. So hope that helped. No problem, damn it. Basically trying to take the escape God has given me. The Bible says with every temptation, he makes a way of escape. I give this analogy to my students all the time. Here's a door right here, or if I'm in a classroom. I say, well, the number one thing I say to students, the best way to not fall into temptation is to never enter it. The entrance of a building, of an establishment, of a restaurant can be welcoming. Wow, this is beautiful. Look at the marble floors. Look at the columns. Oh, wow. The entrance always look better. Usually the back of a restaurant is not as beautiful as the front of a restaurant, right? The kitchen is not as beautiful as the dining area, right? But when you enter it, it feels good. It looks good, right? But the Bible says with every temptation, he makes a way of escape. Every restaurant I go into, I always look for the escapes. I usually park by escape doors. I usually sit by escape doors so that no matter what enters my room, I can escape, right? That helps. But we just talking about that's a side note for something else. But when it comes into temptations, number one rule is never enter them. But the best way to not enter them or to entertain them is to understand how they look. Temptations are not going to look evil in the beginning. The entrance of a temptation is not going to look evil. It's going to look attractive. So you got to look inside of yourself and ask yourself, what do I tend to be attracted to? Because anything that you are attracted to will be things that will subtract from you. So what am I attracted to? What do I tend to be attracted to? So for instance, just because I got married to a beautiful woman doesn't mean that all beautiful women are removed. So what I do is I know for a fact not to put myself in environments because why? What would be a trap for any kind of man? That if I continue to go to certain gyms where certain women go to, and I continue to see that every day, see women in the halter tops, workout gears, gym sharks, whatever the outfits are. If I continue to see that every day, then what happens when me and my wife get in a conflict? So I don't even put myself in those environments because I know marriage is work. And if you compare the work of marriage to the easiness of society, then you're going to set yourself up to fail, right? So the best way is to never enter temptation. Secondly, with every temptation, he makes a way of escape. The issue is we walk too deep into the temptation. So when I always do this to my students, when I walk into the room, I say the exit is right behind me, right? They say yes. I said, if you find yourself in a temptation because you may not have been mature enough to recognize the beautiful interest of a temptation, then just walk out the door. That's the way of escape. But the issue is we walk too deep into the temptation. We are deep into the room now. We're in the back table, right? And then when something pops off and something occurs, then we're not able to get out, right? So before you enter anything, beware the exits. So when you find yourself in a room with a woman, or you find yourself in a room with a man, or you find yourself in a room in a situation, take some time to ask yourself, is this sent by God? Will God put me in a situation like this? And then run. The Bible says flee and don't leave your jacket like Joseph, right? You got to get up out of there. And so you have to understand that. I know I was all over the place with that. But the best way not to enter temptation is to never enter it. If you happen to find yourself entering a temptation, escape immediately. And you have to understand that not all rooms are nice rooms. Hope that. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. And if you want to engage more content, make sure you check out the videos over here. If you want to learn more about the books that I've written or the cards that I've created, or ways that you can support and engage with what I do online, make sure you check out the links in the description box below. And if you've been watching this far, you haven't subscribed already, go ahead and subscribe, hit that bell, and make sure you leave a comment. I would love to read it and would love to engage and be your coach online. I'll see you on the next video. Peace.